Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Becca, and today we're going to be doing part 2 of starting my garden. These videos have been a collection over the past few months of me doing everything I need, all the steps, all the things to kind of have my garden come into fruition and be able to start growing fruits and vegetables and herbs and all of that good stuff. So at this point in time, it has been a few months since I did this first clip, but I wanted to bring everything outside. It wasn't the last frost yet, but it was getting nicer outside, a little bit more warm, and I wanted to kind of just bring my plants out and to kind of get a little bit more strength in the stems, or I don't even know what I was thinking. I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna bring it outside. It needs to have like the weather changes and the wind and all of that. So that was like my thinking at this time. Probably is not like right at all. I know a lot of people will like spray the plants like with mist, or they'll put a fan in the room to kind of get those stems stronger. So that was kind of like my thinking along this whole process. I originally was gonna put these planters with herbs, but it was a last minute decision, so I decided to put my regular plants that I've been growing indoors and bring them outside and put them in these to kind of get a little bit of the actual natural sunlight instead of the lamps that I was using. But I really actually enjoyed this whole process. As you can see, like they've gotten really tall. I definitely wanted to plant them already. That was kind of like in my head, but I didn't want to break ground yet until the last frost began. So this was kind of just me putting them all in and arranging them so that I'm able to stack them outside. I definitely made sure to get natural sunlight. I brought them in if it was going to be too cold outside, and I wanted to, they're like my babies. Like I watched them grow from seed, which was so cool. So it was a really cool experience. Definitely trial and error throughout the whole process, but I definitely really enjoyed just doing this whole thing from start to finish. As you can see, they're like literally my little babies. I'm going ahead and like delicately putting these in my planter boxes, and then that's how it looked afterwards, which is pretty cool. You can see how everything's growing up pretty high, and I was really excited for it to get natural sunlight. I did a few months of doing with the lamps and stuff, and it just really needed natural sunlight, needed the fresh air, and I think it did really good for them. And it was really cool for me to have to go out and water something compared to just, watering the bottom of the Hexcel trays and everything. So it was just a cool process. Definitely wasn't warm enough yet, but I definitely wanted to bring them outside. And this is also when I did my potatoes. So I had a potato that was starting to sprout, so I decided to cut those pieces off and plant them. So that I looked up how you're supposed to do them. This is how you're supposed to do them. You're supposed to cut them off, eyes to the sky, and then kind of bury them in underneath the dirt, and then you just water them and wait. And so I am super excited for this because I've never really grown a potato. I had a sweet potato where it would have all the leaves and stuff, but nothing really came from it. So it's kind of like a water set and forget it type of thing, type of plant. And so I was really excited. I did want to continue to use the rest of this potting soil that I had, so I went ahead and did that. I'm not too sure if you're supposed to do that, but apparently it was really good. So I'm excited, watered it every other day. And then right now they're already sprouting, which is really cool, but I'll go ahead and show you guys at the end. So in my first video, I went ahead and I made the mounds, I tilled and all that. It was all ready to go. And then it was just way too cold outside. I got ahead of myself and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do all this. It's a nice day. But it was way too early to ever plant anything. But I was like, kind of had the idea, that I wanted to have the mounds already made. And then when I went to go till them again, it would be a lot easier, with the weeds. It would just be really easy. Well, it wasn't. Everything grew back, all the weeds, the ground was hard again. So I decided to just redo everything. So the first video, definitely, I trial and error. It's okay, but I went ahead and I redid everything. So the first thing I wanted to tackle was this planters box. So I have a planters box right before the garden, and I wanted to put all of my herbs in there. And so I thought it was really cool to kind of just redo all of this. So I took out some of the plants that I had, all the herbs, and then planted them into the ground. I made sure to, break up the ground again, because this is a raised box in a way, a raised planter box. And so I wanted to break up the soil. I wanted to get out all the debris, all the weeds, and then just replant what I needed planted in here. I think this was thyme. I'm not really sure now looking back at it. But it was definitely a trial and error. Okay, so I did thyme, rosemary, basil, and then I had garlic that I was growing from a sprouted garlic clove, and so I wanted to put that in there, and then wanted to just have those herbs ready to go. This is kind of like my herb garden, and it was a pretty cool experience. I just really loved seeing, the first planted veggie or planted food. So it was really cool doing all of this, and then now kind of seeing what it looks like now. And yeah, I'm super excited to see where this is going to come. So originally, I wanted to just redo and till the mounds, but it was really hard to just till the mounds with this tilling machine that we have. So my boyfriend was kind enough to just till the entire thing for me. And so I was able to kind of break that up again. As you can see, you can already see my mounds that I made. I was pretty sad that I already spent like a whole day building these, and then now I have to redo them again. But my mother-in-law was very helpful enough to help me redo these mounds, and then I was able to plant all of these plants. I have an array of peppers and tomatoes, zucchini, cucumber, and broccoli, and I lost a couple plants along the way, so I was able to go back to the store and get all of that ready to go. I found a blueberry bush, which was pretty cool. I love blueberries, so I found it at the store. It was a good price, so I went ahead and repotted that, and I'm super excited to see where, what fruit's gonna come out of that, and just my whole garden. And like I said, everything has been trial and error, so I just really enjoyed this whole process of kind of seeing everything come to life, and I'm just really excited to see what happens. I love the process, and I can't wait to continue doing this like as years come. And I'm always looking for new plants or veggies, fruit to grow in my garden. This is my first year on my own doing this garden, so whenever I'm at a nursery, I kind of see what they have and what other plants I can bring. So I wanted to use these to go ahead and plant some of these new onions that I got. Onions were hard to grow for me, specifically from scratch, because I definitely probably did it wrong, but I found this whole bundle of onions from the stores, so I had to redo my other half of the raised bed garden. I only did half of it when I used the previous plants, so I went ahead and kind of tilled it in a way by hand by just breaking up the soil, and then I am putting in the onions, and then I'm also in this video me putting in like the peppers and all the stuff that I bought from the store. So I did really bad when it came to growing these from seed, so I went ahead and bought them, which is totally fine. I was able to buy the things that died in the process because a lot of them didn't last, or I didn't do them right, or I transferred them too early, stuff like that. So I was able to really see how this all comes together, and maybe next time I'll go ahead and make sure to plant them correctly without having them pulled too young, or certain lighting and things like that. Like all the things, it's a whole trial and error process, so I'm really glad that I made this video so that I know what to do next year or what not to do. So I'm just really excited, and it's really fun seeing everything come together and everything is planted, ready to go. And I'm just so excited. Of course, gotta water them, and then also as the weeks go on, weed everything. So I definitely, maybe next time I'll do a better process of trying to weed out all of these extra plants. I know some people put down like mulch, or they'll go ahead and do like cardboard and stuff, and I'll know for next time to do that, because weeding is a long process and have to make sure that I have enough time. So like that is a lot. I was on vacation for 2 weeks, so I didn't have a chance to weed everything. So I made sure to weed everything. These onion tops grew, so I took them off. A YouTuber I watch, she makes onion top pesto, which is pretty cool. I haven't had a chance to make it with what I got from this harvest, but it was just definitely a journey trying to make this look beautiful again. And then of course I had my dog helping me out, and then my boyfriend helping me out, and it was just really fun. Like, look, it's all jalapeno pepper, everything's growing in, flowering, and everything's just coming into fruition, and I absolutely love it. This journey has been so fulfilling, seeing it grow, taking care of it, seeing things flower, and I'm just so excited to see what's to come. So I appreciate you guys watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in another video. Bye!